What you want? What you want?
Pro staff here. Basically what I want to talk about today is Vinnerbaits. I got tons of baits here set up that I want to show you. I basically want to go through and explain all the different styles we have to offer and sell over at Vinnerbaits and stuff you can check out here and get an idea of what you'd like to go and buy on the website. So we'll get started here. I'm going to make another video of me going through everything I have up here on the pegboard, all the different colors, everything I have. For right now I'm just going to show you all the basic styles, all the different baits we have to sell. So I'm going to start off with two new baits from Vinnerbaits. One is what we call this is the Twitch and Shad. It's a 5-inch fluke type bait, rigging that on a 3/0 wide gap, throwing that thing out top water. It's got awesome action, a straight tail on it, insert in the nose, and that's what makes all these Vinnerbaits unique and different from any other ordinary soft plastic. They have an insert material built right into the nose of the bait, and what that allows you to do is make that head stronger but give you a lot of action in the body. And basically when you're hooking a fish, this bait stays perfect on that shank. When you hook it, it tends to slide all the way up the line, so you're finding that fish with the bare hook, and that it tends not to rip off the line like any ordinary bait would. So it's a good advantage you have there. So this is the Twitch and Shad. Plenty of different colors to check out. Definitely an awesome bait. It's probably going to bring me to another state championship next year in TSA. Next is the Vinner Hog Frog. Plenty of different colors new in this. The belly on this frog is shaped like a hole on a bass boat. A couple of different attributes I like on this frog. One is that belly design. When you throw that bait out, this frog is always running true in the water. The paddle feet always flapping around. What makes that bait running true is when you throw that bait out, it is always going to run back, hook up, flat with the belly down in the water column where you need it on the surface. It's never going to run bad with the hook point running into the water, which you don't want that. Fish hits, you're probably going to miss them. So it's always running straight. These two humps allow for no hook exposure, and when you put that hook in, there's barely any plastic for that fish to have to go through, and you can just stick them right away. Insert in the nose, you got 3D eyes in there. Two paddle feet really cause a lot of water disturbance, a lot of bubbles. So that's a good frog right there. Next, I've been throwing this bait a lot. This is the Crazy Craw Beav. Beaver type bait, two paddle type tails in the back, no appendages on the sides as you can tell. Also, insert in the nose. This bait, I've been throwing this bait and I've been throwing it top water. It's a very silent, subdual action that picks off a lot of, I'll say, finicky bass up in cover on a bluebird, clear sky day, no wind. It picks up a lot of good fish. Its 2 feet can really kick up. Not to mention flipping this bait. Like I said, no appendages. This bait's awesome into flipping any little pocket you need. Mats, that's a good bait to go to. So that's the Vinnerbaits Crazy Craw Beav. Now another, like I said, flipping bait. Here's another one. This has 0 salt content in these two tentacles in the back. Those are going to stand up. It's got 2 claws. This is another kind of beaver bait. A little bigger profile. It's going to get you a lot of big bites. You got the Wacky Stick here. This is the Vinsert. This is a Senko specifically made for wacky rigging. It's got the insert in the middle. You can see there. Look at that action, that Senko. Lots of salt content on each side. I like dipping it in JJ's. Really gets bit a lot. Not to mention the spawn. This little 4-inch right here. Big developer back in the spawn. We had a big tournament out on East Lake, and this brought in most of my 20 pounds of fish. Just throwing that into the beds, and spawners were picking that up. Not to mention going to the 5-inch and picking off a lot of fish off the edge of spawning flats. And another thing that picked up a lot of good fish was that Twitch and Shad. Throwing that on a Carolina rig also picked up a lot of great fish. I know a lot of you people up in the northern states are just getting into your true springtime, and you're getting a lot of fish moving up shallow bedding. This guy right here, this 3.5-inch Crazy Craw Creature, there's no better bait than it. I guarantee this thing's going to catch you more fish on beds this year than anything else. That and that 4-inch Wacky Stick. Honestly, I don't know anything else. It's any 4-inch Senko has always killed it for me. And this little guy right here, this 4-inch, but this crazy creature, gosh, nails him. And I like rigging it weightless. It's got a nice slow fall down to it. A lot of fish are they're used to seeing people throwing Texas rigs on them, bouncing off their bed and pulling out. This guy's got weightless action falling down, nice slow fall. You let that thing sit in its bed and just pick it up once. Your 8, 9, 10 pounders, females, and your 1 pound and 3 pound bucks are going to be picking this bait up. I like rigging that here on one of the Vinnerbaits shaky head hooks. 1/8 ounce, awesome, slow fall into beds. You can use this hook on deep beds. You know, a lot of fish do spawn up in about 12 feet of water, and this hook can really get it done too. You rig that bait up, that crazy creature up on that hook, and you can just sit there, spinning rod, and shake it and agitate that bass for however long it takes for that fish to hit, but I guarantee you it's going to take you under a minute. Shaking that bait in its bed, it's going to agitate him, he's going to come up and suck that bait right up. Next is a Shaky Stick. It's a 4.5 inch Shaky Stick. There's also the 5.25 inch Shaky Stick. These baits have minimum salt content with a nice action, basically a very thin line of plastic in the tail, which gives you a lot of action with 0 salt content. It's got an insert in the nose. This bait is smooth. This bait, it's in any. I don't really know how to describe this bait, other than, you know, it's just got crazy good action. Like I said, 0 salt content, so it really helps that tail to float on the shaky head, like this guy right here. So that's a good bait for all you shaky head finesse fishermen, and it's an awesome bait to be thrown on beds too. You can really pick up a lot of chunky fish. Next, we're going to move into a different category of jigs. This is the pile driver jig. This is a 5/8 ounce swim jig, basically. I'm going to show you 5 different attributes that make this jig better than any other jig on the market that you're going to find. 1, the hand-painted head. Hand-painted head, it does not scratch. It's got awesome flakes in there, awesome paint coloring to it. Next is your line tie, the eye on the head of this hook. When you're looking for swim bait or swim jigs, you don't want it up high or too low. You want it directly in the middle of that head, horizontal. You want it facing you. You don't want the loop coming towards you. So I guess that's horizontal. I'm obviously not good in math, but if that's horizontal, I got it right. So that's a 5/8 ounce. You can flip this jig, swim this jig, pitch this jig, punch this jig, everything, because it is so versatile. The head design is so perfect. It is like a bullet punching into any mat. And that's got a little 3-inch Vinner minnow as a trailer, which is perfect for swimming. And next is just the skirt. The skirt is threaded on, hand threaded on. Unlike any other jig where you got the rubber band that's going to dry rot and fall off on you within 3-week period if you get it hot enough, that's threaded on, never going to fall off on you. So the line tie, hand painted head, and the skirt tie, and even this, I mean, if you want to go simple, I mean, the hook is huge and thick. It's bigger than my flipping jig. I have a Stanley flipping jig. This hook is thicker and sharper, stronger than that jig is. And then the weed guard is just buried in there. It's not going to fall out. I had my Strike King fall out a lot, and I just re-glued it. So, I mean, that jig is just tied to quality, man. That's your standard packaging that you get your jig in. And then the 2 last ones, we got a 4-inch Vinner. This is like a shad kind of pattern with plenty of colors in this. And there's a special made swim bait hook for these baits with a spiral and a belly weight on it. I prefer an 1/8 ounce, a very, very versatile hook. You can take this bait and throw it top water with that tail that kicks on the surface. Pick up a lot of good fish in Kissimmee grass. And that's a good swim bait. And then for clear water attributes, this little 3-inch is going to kill it. I mean, Conway chain, I'm definitely going to throw that out on like a 1/0 swim bait hook. And just reel that thing back on light line. And it's also great as a trailer. Perfect trailer size, awesome tail action, good little 3-inch. All these baits I just showed you are available at www.vinnerbaits.com. There's plenty of different colors. You can go with, what am I trying to say? You can go with customized colors. You can go and achieve customized colors on the website. If you ask Vinny, he can make 99.9% of any customized colors. And there's plenty of different jigs. This isn't the only jig. There's finesse jigs. This is just simply called the pile driver jig. It's the only jig I have at the moment because I love swim jigging, and that's about the only jig I really throw. There's spinner baits on there, awesome spinner baits, Willow Leaves, Colorados, different sizes of shaky head hooks. I mean, there's all different baits, bait colors that can go and check out on the website. If you have any questions on these baits, let me know. Like I said, I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you each different bait that I own myself from Vinnerbaits and all the different colors that you can check out that I own. If you want me to give you a top 3 recommendation on any bait you need right now to throw with this weather and springtime that we're getting, it'd be a 5-inch Wacky Stick, green pumpkin, June bugs, about the 2 colors, that's all you need. That's the Wacky Stick. Twitch and Shad, you can take this bait, 1 pack, you'll bring you 100 fish. You can go around anywhere in the country and I can guarantee you can catch a limit on any lake in the country with this bait right here, with this Twitch and Shad. So that'd be number 2. In my world, here in Florida, you know, we're getting nasty topwater, so probably the Vinner Frog. But if I had to recommend anything else, it'd probably be this little crazy creature here. You can flip this bait too. It's an awesome profile bait, beaver type that's just gonna slide to the mats. And you know, awesome bait, crazy crawl worm. If I showed this, I'm sorry if I didn't. I completely forgot. It's just like the crazy creature beaver. It's got the 2 legs on the back, but it's a slimmer, more lower profile body. It's gonna get a lot of fish. Texas rigging. So, like I said, all these baits, vinneraits.com. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll answer anything you got on Vinnerbaits. Like I said, www.vinneraits.com. Any questions, hit me up. I'm always here. So, a lot more fishing videos coming out on all these different baits. And so, till next time, see ya. Thanks a lot, guys. One more thing, guys. We're having a sale from Vinnerbaits where if you spend over $25 on a shipment off the website, you will get 1 free pack of Wacky Sticks, Twitch and Shads, really what you want, and you'll be able to choose the color. When you go on the website, you order $25 worth of packaging, or $25 worth of product, and at the end of the PayPal, when you're shipping out your credit card information, all that, in the notes for the PayPal note, just write Connor. It's a little box, and it'll say comments or notes. Just write Connor in that. That will know that you were a part of the sale. They'll put in a free pack of Wacky Sticks, whatever color you want. So type in CONNOR for Connor in the comment box, and you'll get a free pack of bait for every $25 worth that you buy. So basically, you know, just check them out. And value pack hog frogs are $1.99. So, you know, get on the website, check it out quick. Might run out, so you never know. Hurry up to the website. If you guys have used any of these baits, let me know how they worked for you, how good you did on them, and what's your favorite. So, you know, stay in contact. So, see you guys till next time. You got yours big, Hunter. No,